I get so many questions about my dress forms, where I get them, how I pad them, and how I get them to match my client's measurements. So today I'm going to show you how I pad my dress forms from start to finish. Before I can start draping, pattern making, or bringing any visions to life, I have to pad my dress form to mimic a real body. Most standard dress forms don't match a body that has larger hips, larger bust, smaller waist, etc. So most times I go with the smaller dress form and pad it up to fit my clients. I'm going to show you the process step by step of how I pad my dress forms to mimic a real body, and I hope you find this video helpful. Okay, y'all, so I was listening to music while I was recording, unfortunately. I wasn't thinking about the fact that I could possibly be copyrighted, but you might still catch a vibe every once in a while. Let's hop right into the process. First, I'll start by removing my padding from one dress form and putting it onto another, because at least one of my dress forms are usually padded up already. Usually it's a size 8, but this time it was a size 4. So the first step is removing all of the polyfill and the cups from the first dress form, which was a size 4, to put it on my size 8, which was the perfect size to pad up for my next client. You already know, don't you know? There's no point trying to lie. I don't like how you think you are always right. So first thing I did, y'all, was I switched over my bust, and with this one it's for a client, so I'm gonna go ahead and measure it as I'm going. I'm trying to get the bust to 40, and right now it's at 36.5. So I need to size this up about 3.5 inches. And I'm going to be measuring as I go throughout the whole entire process. Let's find out. Let's find out. It can use some more, y'all. It could use about 2 inches more. So I have to add in the waist and hips area as well. So I'm going to be adding to this whole thing because this dress form is too small, and then this one is too big. Okay, so what you see here is basically me starting over. I was going to add polyfill throughout the whole entire thing, but I decided that I wanted to do a flat layer of batting first and then add the polyfill in between the layer of batting and the dress form. That was just going to help me keep everything flat and smooth. After pinning the batting onto the dress form, I was being very careful to tuck the batting as I was pulling up the slip. And this way I was avoiding the batting bunching up or folding up in any kind of way. It only folded up at the bottom just a little bit, and that was an easy fix once I got to that part. Before pulling that slip all the way up, I did add a little bit more batting into the front area. That's just because I wanted to keep that area flat without adding too much polyfill right there. And I added some polyfill into the underbust to make sure that it's a smooth transition from underbust to bust. Again, I'm taking my time to pull up this slip because I want to avoid as much buckling and folding as possible. From here, I do my best to smooth out as much of the polyfill as I can, added the cups, and then I went ahead and started stuffing polyfill into the hips. At this point, I'm making sure to only do the hips because I want to do one part at a time to make sure that everything is smooth, and I want to make sure that it mimics a natural body. Next, we move on to the cheekies. I am adding one side and then I add the other side because I want to keep them separated, you know, like an actual butt. My process is stuff and fluff, stuff and fluff. Now I keep repeating this process over and over and over until I get the desired shape and the desired size that I want. Keep in mind, I'm measuring the entire time that I'm doing this. At this point, after stuffing it and getting to the desired shape that I wanted, I could have just added more polyfill into this area, but I chose to take a piece of batting and fold it up. I took 2 pieces of batting and I folded them up, and I added a little bit more into the back of the thigh area, and that made my dress form the perfect shape to me. This is what we got in the end. I went ahead and added something else right here to her like thigh. That's another piece of batting that I just folded over 2 times, and there's the end result, y'all. After I finished this video, I did go back and fluff the right side a little bit more. You see? She got booty. She got thighs, baby. Yeah. She got hips, she got titties. So now I can get into making my dress. So my client's measurements are 40, 30, 46. Let's check. Do the final check. Just to make sure it matches, which I already did this, but I'm just doing it on camera. And we have 40, 30 and 46.